Hospice is essential because every person is going to experience dying, and every person is going to experience caring for someone who's dying and then grieving that person. I think it's important for us to have an organization that has that front of mind, supporting one another as community members as we go through the experience of dying ourselves or grieving the loss of someone. Our key services are centered around providing a setting for end-of-life palliative care. We have staffing that's on site 24/7, a nurse and a personal support worker, so that they can care for the resident and support the family members and friends that are here as well. It's really important to highlight that the services at Mariposa House Hospice aren't solely about the medical care, but part of the premise of what we do at Mariposa House Hospice is that we support the whole person, which includes more than just the physical. It's also emotional, spiritual, practical issues that people are dealing with. And what we do here at the hospice is try to support all of those kind of parts of being human. So it's holistic care that we're providing, and I think that's an important thing to recognize. The services at Mariposa House Hospice really filled a gap that existed in our community prior to our opening. Some of the features include a family sitting area, which is where we are right now. We have a fireplace and some musical instruments for people to use, a children's corner where kids can come and get a teddy bear or a game to play. We also have several activities for outdoors as well. And then we also have a kitchen area where people can have a family meal. They can either bring it in, or we can help support the family to kind of cook the food for their family meal. We have an outdoor garden area with a fire table and some benches and some walkways back through the forest. Just really comfortable, trying to create a lot of spaces where people can just be and take the time they need to recharge and reflect. The services at Mariposa House Hospice are offered at no charge to residents and family members. The way we're able to do that is by receiving some funding through our Ministry of Health. It covers about 40% of our operating costs, and the remainder of the costs to make this possible for our community is fundraised locally.
I've had two experiences with loved ones passing away, and the first one, I was not told about hospice at all, and it was very difficult. It was very different. I felt like I had to do everything. I was not a nurse or a PSW, and he was suffering, and he didn't need to be suffering, and he wasn't comfortable. And if I'd known about hospice, he could have been in one, and it would have been ease on the entire family, as opposed to when my other loved one was in hospice, and it was just beautiful. It was completely different. There was no pain, no suffering. He was at home, yet he wasn't at home. It was a complete day and night experience, and I really wish I would have known. And anyone who's apprehensive, this is definitely the best choice for your loved one and you.
You get to be, the spouse again. You get to be the husband again. You get to be their daughter again. And let us worry about their symptoms, their pain.
The staff is just always there at your beck and call, whatever you need, even when you don't even need them. They're right there asking what you need, and they take the best care of your loved one. I can't speak highly enough. It's another home, and it felt like home to me as well, and my loved ones too that came. It was home for all of us.
In palliative care or end-of-life care, you can see it on the faces of the person and their family that what you're doing really matters, and it's making a difference in their life. You can see that they're more comfortable. You can see the relief from the family that their loved one is not in pain anymore or not suffering anymore.
When I walked through the doors, it was wow. I got a wow factor, believe it or not a doom and gloom feeling. We had some reservations at the start. I mean, it's the unknown, it's the ignorance to hospice. You hear the word hospice, you know it means end of life, not really understanding that it's end of life care until we, were presented with the opportunity and seeing what's available, seeing the facility, the rooms for the residents. I mean, it really put our mind at ease. The environment is so welcoming to the family atmosphere. We were so grateful to have that opportunity to even gather for a meal together in the common room. It was just beyond our expectations and definitely made everyone feel more at ease, more comfortable to come and visit. We just can't believe the care and the compassion that we were shown and that my dad was given, from everyone when you walk in the door, from your volunteer on duty. We just can't thank everyone enough. And, I pinch myself every day in disbelief that we had this opportunity and that my dad had this opportunity for his end of life care, being ignorant to the whole thing at the start. And it's just a total change of mindset with a hospice setting. And I think we were very fortunate, and we will never forget it and never take it for granted.
That's really what hospice care is all about. It's providing supports in a setting where people can experience their living while they're dying. It's really important for people to remember that in these four walls, in this building that we've built for our community, there is laughter and there are tears, but both those things are part of life. And that's really what hospice palliative care overall is about. It's about highlighting the intersection between living and dying.